to have your ovaries removed, it's kind of changing you mentally, I suppose, as a woman, and then to have a full mastectomy is changing you physically. My name's Eimear Mc Guinness. I am the manager of the Mart here in Donegal town. I've been doing this for, I think I'm 19 years manager, and here about 26 years in total. Like, I come from, I have 7 siblings, and my sister got sick and she had breast cancer. So after that, and my mum would have had cancer previous to that, so the doctors, they arranged it and said, you should be tested for this. The way I looked at it was, are you not better known? And you're constantly monitored. Once they find out you carry this gene, you're getting mammograms, they bring you in all the time and they're checking you. So are you not better like that than the other way of not knowing? So I went in, and I remember I was at a show leading cattle, and the phone rang. It was actually the Tullamore show, and the phone rang, and it was someone from Crumlin Hospital. That's where they do the testing, and they told me that yes, I had it, and automatically they arrange for you to go up to talk to somebody. So I just got on with brushing the cattle. But I didn't really think about it too much. You do then, yes. Your mind goes into overdrive of what that means. And then it's the appointments you have with the doctors and consultants. You have to go get yourself a consultant then. And it's the decisions that have to be made. I found out in my mid-30s. So my time span was they want most of this done, you know, before you hit 40, because it becomes riskier at that stage. So it's 2 surgeries that are very invasive. To have your ovaries removed, it's kind of changing you mentally, I suppose, as a woman, and then to have a full mastectomy is changing you physically. When I was told the first thing, and I had my son, I was very lucky. But yeah, I think my initial thing was, you can die from ovarian cancer. That's the first surgery for me, and that's the first one I went with. A couple of weeks after I had my surgery, you know, I was kind of thinking, oh, we're going good here. But I suppose your moods, you do. That's probably the first thing that did hit me. You don't know why you're upset, but you're upset. You have nothing to be upset about, and you're kind of whinging and crying in the morning. That did, but as I said, once I got my HRT sorted, that end of it kind of went away. Hot flushes and that, no. I used to be always so cold, whereas now my husband's given out, I sleep with this like a sheet on me, you know, that didn't go away. But certain things changed, and of course how you feel as a woman, and there's all that other side of it too, and they're all things that do change, but you do get over them. And as I say, HRT does help. But having the double mastectomy was totally different. It kind of does change you physically, but you also, and I chose to have implants, and I wanted it all done because I couldn't have woken up, and that was the surgery I was dreading and putting off, and it took me a long time to get my head around that. So I wanted it all done at once, and it was long surgery, and it was difficult getting over it, but it did take an awful long time. You feel like your body's not yours anymore, and you're carrying, and the surgeon did say to me, he said, when you're choosing implants, don't choose them too, because you're carrying this weight that's not your own, and it's a different sort of weight. And he was right. So for years, I think it's only maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I asked this, I want them gone. Yeah, I want them gone. I can't carry them around. I feel like there's something attached to me and I can't take it off. Do you know what has changed it? I have started exercising. I've gone gung-ho exercising, and that's something I'm only learned this last few years. I don't even they don't bother me anymore. I couldn't tell women enough to go and get checks. They should be getting their smear tests done. They should be getting mammograms. Most of them it's a free service for all of us. Don't ignore it. Go and do it. It takes literally 5-10 minutes. And the reality is, a lot of these things are, you know, we might all at some stage in our lives get cancer, but you know, a lot of them are treatable. In my case of what I had and what, you know, the surgeries I had to have, there is life at the end of the tunnel. And that's, to me, that's what I'd love to tell everyone. And when I was going through it, before I had my surgeries, I'd love to maybe have been able to see someone, oh, look at her, she looks perfect, she's happy, you know, she can exercise, there's nothing she can't do, because there isn't anything I can't do. I am more active now, and that has really helped me. Exercise has really helped me. I'm more active now than I was in my 20s or 30s. You know, I feel better, I look better. I don't feel I'm any different to any other woman. So yes, it is difficult for the wee while you're going through it and all you have to do, but you will get through it and you'll be back to your old self, maybe a better self, because you'll be a lot stronger after going through it. So yeah, don't ignore it.